sponge and
Okay,
you don't have any butter on it.
What the heck? You talk like. Okay, so you're gonna decide. I'm gonna teach you the two methods, and then we'll go from there. When you're gonna make one of them is gonna be couscous or quinoa. Okay, it's the same method. The only thing different about the couscous and couscous and the quinoa is that quinoa is super high in protein, as a lot of you guys know. But the one thing that they have in here would be the quinoa would be the it has a natural pesticide that goes on. So if you don't wash it out, you're basically consuming it, and not only that, it is bitter. Okay, it tastes. So whenever you eat it and it's bitter, most likely it's because you didn't wash it. I'm sure if you eat a large amount of it, it will be
Poisonous?
okay. I won't say it's poisonous.
Yeah.
But same thing as couscous. You don't have. This one is the couscous, which is Moroccan couscous, and they're like little pellets right here. This one you don't need to go and cook. Okay. So the ratio for this is almost 1-to-1 ratio. Okay.
Well, so is the one in the container?
Yeah.
there,
So
is that-
could be one.
is that the
You don't
white
have to be exact. So you
which
can do
one
a
do you
little bit
want?
more water if you want. It's not like a 2-to-1 ratio. So it's like so if it's 1 cup, you're gonna go into that. But I'm just asking you maximum. You're gonna cook half a cup because yeah, I don't want to waste. Especially this one is getting higher in price, as you might know. And then so we want to make sure that you don't waste it.
So is the one in the container the couscous?
Yeah, the one in the container's couscous, so I'll be making that one. But I think I'm gonna go on. Maybe I should wash this and show you guys. No?
Yeah.
Do I need to go?
Yeah.
Okay, then give me another pot so I show you this one. The other one would be the whole grain. So you have lentils. These are very specific lentils. These aren't Indian lentils. They're actually French lentils. Lentils deployed, and they're more expensive lentils. They hold really well. Thank you. And then the other one that is cooked the same way would be the Israeli couscous. So the difference between the two, if you look at it, is significant. These are like little balls, okay, pearls, and these are Israeli couscous, okay. So when you eat it, it tastes a little bit like gummy.
Do they cook the same thing?
Same way as you cook barley, okay? So I have pearl barley. If you want, you can bring your own, whole grain. And then I have what is it, spelt farro, basically. But with farro, you need to go and tell me if you want it. It's like rice, but it's like brown rice, but tastier. I really like this. It's like wheat berry. If anyone had that before, I'll bring that in. But please let me know if you want to try this. This makes really good salad. Pearl barley makes really good risotto. Also, this makes a really good salad. These are all really good salad mixtures. Often, these also go really well with with fish, okay, and a substitute for rice, okay, and all these ones that you see, all right, and it is high in fiber, so really good for you if you need to have some, clearing up the system.
I understand.
Yeah, shaking up the hips and everything,
Yeah.
and get it going. Yeah. Okay.
So do we have to put like a fish or something like that, or do we have to
No.
make
You're
salad?
just gonna make it so that it's
Right, you mean to, like rejuvenate the skin, right?
Huh?
What did you mean? Were you saying it rejuvenates the skin?
No.
Or what?
I said it
What were you trying to say?
cleanse your system.
Cleanse.
Gets things going.
Cleanse your skin.
Gets you going.
Gets things moving.
Like,
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 not happening here.
let's
Like,
go after this stomach.
Offset
I'm
stomach.
going from the.
Pepto-Bismol in your job.
oh yeah, you can do Pepto-Bismol too. So lots of fiber. Steel cut oats is cooked the same way as this too. It's on TV now. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Lots of things on YouTube. Okay, and so when you guys are cooking this, you just have to keep that in mind. Good fiber. So but it tastes really bad by itself. So you want to go and add stuff. You don't have to cook a fish because you don't need that. But you can add goods so that it's like a very bulky meal. So
Hearty.
yeah,
Like,
very
it's
hearty,
added, like,
basically.
vegetables and stuff
yeah,
like that.
vegetables. You can add like obviously. Let's try to aim it for a vegetarian because this is. You will have lots of chances to make it non-vegetarian, so let's just make it vegetarian for now, okay? So that you get a bit used to making something good, vegetarian, tasty, You know, I know that sounds like an oxymoron for some of you guys, or like,
Does it have to be
like erotic,
vegan?
but that's not true. Huh?
Vegan?
No, no,
Okay,
vegetarian,
good.
not vegan. Okay, so let's start with your couscous and quinoa, and then after we'll go from there. Okay. So for my couscous, it's really easy. I just take a little bit of olive oil or oil, and then I just put it in, and I toast it. Okay. And I had a quarter cup of that, so I'm going to do the same amount of water. Okay? And you don't want to do over with this one because the couscous is so small. I'm going to add some seasoning to it. And then you're going to go in.
No, that's good. I like salt.
That's good. Yeah.
You like what?
I like saltier.
Saltier. So once you add it in, you're going to add your water, just equal amounts, and you're just going to go and cover it up. Okay? And basically until it's all the water's gone. The only thing that I've seen a lot of people do is that they never check, and then they forget about it, and then it burns. Okay? When it comes to the quinoa, I do it the very lazy way, washing, because it gets on the side and I don't like it. So my way of doing it is I do a quarter cup. Let's just do a quarter cup. No, this is 1/3 cup. Sure. 1/3 cup. Okay? There's this controversy for a little while that apparently we're like taking away the staple food away from South Americans because this is their staple food, but actually we're promoting their the management system. So just give it a rinse. You can actually let it soak for a little bit too. Okay. One thing I really like with quinoa is often with cumin. And that's really good. So you can add whatever you want. And the general rule when you're cooking is that if you're going to go and add spices, add it in the beginning. If you want to add it so it has flavor, for example,
What's the best spice to use?
it just depends on what you want to make.
What's your favorite?
Cumin.
I like cumin with this
Is it
one.
cumin or
Cumin.
Oh, come on.
That is cumin.
Come on, man.
Yeah, sure. Come on. So just give it a little tap. And I have 1/3, so I'm just going to go into 1/3 of water. And this will flash more. So turn this on. Ooh, forgot that one's on. Turn this. You don't have to do a lot of things on max anymore. So pretend I'm gonna toast my spices. Do you want cumin in there or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just grab it
Go
close
for it.
as David's having some sandwich.
Time to get the vegetarian.
Vegetarian, is that what you call it?
Oh, I want a chair.
This is coriander, so I'm gonna put that into my couscous. And often you can grind it.
And what are you doing?
Okay, or sweet.
I'll put it in the chair. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, sorry, yeah, what is that?
It is coriander.
Oh, I thought you were doing that to the couscous.
No, the couscous is right here cooking.
Oh, there you go. The quinoa, sorry.
You can do it with a spice blender that's on the bottom. The only thing I ask you to do is not rinse the spice blender, but just like wipe it with a paper towel because all the powder will get stuck on there. Okay. Daycare, are you having some trouble? Because you haven't been able to come out yet. Are you okay in there? I don't need cumin. I'm okay with that. Okay. That's the whole thing. All right. Okay, so this is basically done. That was fast, right? Yeah.
Okay, whoa.
It literally absorbed it and it's cooked. Okay, 1:1 ratio and it's nice and fluffy. And if you smell it, there's a reason why. I don't like the smell.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't
Like
like
it?
Sounds like paper. Sounds like
Okay, so they're little couscous, and I usually don't like it, but if you like it, that's cool. Let's talk about the lentils while I'm doing it. It's a pasta method, which is really simple. All you have to do is that, and this goes with all this grain, as long as it's pre-soaked the night before. Okay, so it is pre-soaked the night before. The quickest one is that doesn't need to soak will be the lentils. You just put it into the water as long as it's submerged. Okay, this one was just a quarter cup. But you guys are making like a max 1/3 cup to half a cup. Because each grain will actually double to triple in size. So I have my couscous here, and then I just basically let it not simmer, but I want it to kind of poach.
Hey, who's got the video this thing? You're famous.
for a minute.
Seriously, you're in it?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. There you go. Okay, so cumin. One thing that you want to do with dried spices, especially if it's whole, you can just chop it up, crush it like how I did before, or you could put it whole in there. But the best thing is to toast it, okay? So I'm going to toast a little bit of this guy. Yeah, and you don't need oil when you're toasting spices. Okay. I toast sesame seeds. Toast like that. Yes, you can toast. Same thing. You do not need oil. Okay. So I put this in. Let it kind of toast up. Once you smell it. Oh. Okay. And I'm gonna go and add a little bit of oil. And woo! Same thing, got my water ready to go. Okay. Give it a nice toss. Spreads it out. Toss it with the herb. I add this same thing. So it's the same thing as the couscous, but I turn it down low. And let it simmer until it's all, yeah, it's all fluffy. Two indications that it's done. One, the white center is no longer white. Okay. Second, I call it the tail. Okay, you can call it anything. I call it the sperm tail comes out. It's just like this little tail that just comes off the quinoa, and I know it's done. This is how, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's slightly bubbling. That's the max you want to do with the lentils, because if you overdo it, the lentils will end up kind of breaking apart, and that's what you don't want to do. You want it to cook gently without letting it bubble, and then afterwards it will overcook. Okay, so give it a stir once in a while, because it comes the heat comes from the bottom, so the bottom will end up cooking and not the top. Okay, and this is the pasta method. How do I know when it's done? Lentils takes around 18 minutes. Okay, this one takes around 45 minutes. This one takes around 30 minutes. Okay, so just to let you know. Yeah. Okay. Pearl barley. Lentils will be the shortest. So yeah, and the most expensive. But I really like this one, and I like the wheat berry recently. Wheat berry. It looks exactly like this, but just smaller. And that one doesn't take that long. So once it gets to a point, you just want to turn it down low and let it like simmer instead. Okay? So what am I going to do with this part? I'm going to start adding all my good stuff. So I'm going to add my paprika. Paprika? Yeah, I'm going to add my paprika. Okay. I'm going to add my cilantro. I used to hate cilantro too a lot, and then after, for some reason, as long as you just are open to trying, yeah, it's really good. I like it. Then I'm gonna put some apple thick chutney in there.
It's like
Chutney is kind of like a sweet sour mixture.
it's like a jelly almost.
Yeah, no spit on the egg. Okay.
Aha, we got you on camera, Mrs.
So you can have vegetables, whatever it is on here. And just so that, I mean, you eat with your eyes first, right? So you want to make sure that it looks good. And, you know, one thing that Josh does really well is that he actually takes the time to do some plating and figure out how to plate. And it seems like a not a waste of time, but it really isn't because you eat with your eyes first. So. So Moroccan is a little bit more sweet. Sometimes you add oranges in here, and that tastes really good. Okay. So your couscous is all done. You can shape it. You can do whatever you want. It's kind of hearty. I see David's all ready to go. Different things that you can do, just shape it, because it's so wet, me, I can actually shape it into
Oh,
canal.
they do that on the fancy toast.
handstand.
Yes, that's what we do all the time in the restaurants.
Actually, do that with ice cream.
Okay? There's a way of doing ice cream, I'll show you.
I'd love to learn more about ice cream. I love ice cream.
I'm sure you will. Okay? So, I got this. So, just to let you know, this is like, I still have a lot more in here. You guys good? Come back? Having a conversation? Oh.
Yeah, we're on
Great.
masters at tap now, so now we're just
Yeah.
I
Hey.
see. So,
Hey, you have to master more than one thing. You master yoga.
So, this is yours.
Yoga
No, I
master.
swear, if once you get
Okay,
started,
you guys can try
What
it.
are the scraps? I'm on
Can you use a spoon?
Yeah.
James, you know the deal.
Yeah.
pass the scraps over here.
We're so good. We know our stuff.
Hey, take from the good, don't pass the scraps.
So I know this is done. How does it taste? I hope that you guys tried because the shipping has some kind of flavor to it, and also it's not like overcooked. Okay. Same thing with this one. Once you see that it's starting to like split, then you gotta take it out.
This is a very Should I look at everything in this? This is completely gross.
Aromatherapy from
Hey, at least like the spoon part clean. It's just the handle was like so like floury. What the heck?
My kitchen's always so dirty.
Your unit.
Yeah, our kitchen's always sticky.
I would have expected.
Oh, yours is
Yeah.
because oops, because some people are
not very good.
no, I think they
What?
over
You
add.
can't mix carrots with celery.
What?
It's like on top of
No, it's done. Throw it out. That's
Wrap
contamination.
that on top. Two vegetables came into contact with each other.
I'm gonna have to leave.
Oh, yeah.
This is a
Ooh,
dangerous
James,
place.
you
This is
more.
a dangerous situation. You get out.
Luke, did you fail your food test?
No. Just every once in a while, like, it's just go over.
I think it's just whether you study and whether you do it right after.
No, I think the only thing. Oh no, I looked through the slides. That got me.
So I have a sherry vinaigrette, and because it's dripped out, I'm gonna light it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that pan's on.
I know.
Like a small bite.
Almost done. So that's done here. I'm gonna go and start sauteing my stuff for this one. It's French. Nice and butter.
I think some bacon would be.
For the, yeah, you can do bacon. A lot of times people do bacon lentils. Tasty, really good. Just gonna saute my vegetables to go in there so that it's like hearty. Yeah, a lot of people do bacon. A lot of times the lentils go really well with cod, a lot of fish, seafood. Okay, So keep these in mind because when you start doing your fish unit, your meat unit, I'm expecting you to use the stuff that we have learned. Potatoes that you have already learned, the different types that match as well. Because certain potatoes match as well. Certain type of starch alternatives work better with other stuff. Like the spätzle, it goes really well with pork. Polenta goes really well with lamb. Okay? So do you understand? And if I were you, I would write this down because then you know how to mix match soon. Because no one's saying it again.
It's on the video.
It's on.
Oh yeah, it's on the video. So there you go.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm.
And this was the lentil.
Yeah, this is for lentil.
Okay. So when we cook it, can we make it any country we want?
You can make it any way you want. I'm just
Okay.
showing you one way.
Should it be hot?
Should it be hot? Yes.
What if you want to do it cold?
You could.
You have to wait for it to cool.
Yeah. Lee, are you scared?
No, I like it
It's all about trust, Lee. It's all
I
about
don't like burning myself.
I'm not.
Or
What
no,
are
like,
you?
or like the
What? I love burning myself. What are you
Oh,
talking
who
about?
doesn't?
Yeah,
You
what
know, I
happened?
never got this a lot, and then I got this with my straightener.
Oh my
I don't burn myself, but I burn myself with a straightener. I never cut myself, but I cut myself with the yogurt. When I open the yogurt, there's like the little toothpick. How's that possible? Well, no, I'm just saying, like, with the irony that I don't cut myself with, like,
Fragile, as they say in Italian.
what's it?
Fragile.
Fragile. Oh, fragile.
That means wrong.
Okay,
It's
just
wrong.
just
Actually,
It's
you told
actually
me.
fragile.
Have you seen that movie?
You put more water.
Yeah, I can tell because its sperm tail's not coming out.
Oh, that's right.
No sperm tail. So,
It's called flagella.
Oh yeah.
You keep saying it, but you're on video.
what's wrong with that?
It's not a bad word. We have lots of sperm inside of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The only thing I expect is that, and I've seen this before, is that when people make this, and then you prepare it, please do everything food safe. This is where the food safe comes along, where you can pre-make certain things in advance, like don't just cut, but I can pre-cook my quinoa in advance and then put it in the fridge. I can pre-cook my lentils. The only thing I ask is please cool things properly. I had someone who got 90-something% on their food safe and did everything wrong when they were cooking as food safe. Did you hear me? The people who actually got a good mark on their food safe, they did a really poor job in terms of application of the food safe.
Wow.
They did everything wrong.
So
They like,
then
That's
you
why
should
I
have
got
passed the people that failed.
huh?
You should have passed the people that failed.
I should pass it.
Because people who do good, they don't actually do it.
No, I'm just saying that you apply. Just because you do well on a test doesn't mean that you're good. Okay, so this guy is done.
Yeah, you didn't see.
So I have nothing in my quinoa, just by the way. I'm just showing you how to cook it. This guy's done. I know when it's done because when I eat it, and there's no other way to know whether it's done. You eat it to know when it's done. There's no other way. Like
There's no other way.
Yeah, you have to eat one to know if
Throw
it's
them
done.
against the wall.
Like
Like,
Throw it against the wall.
Like those people that are like Martha Stewart who's wrong. Yeah, that, but
She's always wrong.
Who's Martha Stewart?
Martha Stewart.
and lay it on a. If you're not gonna use it right away, just put it onto a tray, okay, and let it cool down. All right. I'm gonna go and put this back in here. Some water now. So you decide. From now on, you guys create your own food, which means that you need to make sure that you tell me in advance what you're going to be making, or else you use whatever is in there. Okay?
Chef, can you put cheese in
Yeah, you can, I guess.
I would be sleeping right now.
Okay. So whenever you guys are cooking, you want to make sure that you tell me what you're gonna do, because if not, I just buy you the basics, which is if it is today, I will make sure that I have quinoa and all these and couscous and all these things. But then any extra stuff that you can add, don't guarantee that I have it. So, and I'm not gonna go and stick my neck out over like the night before. So don't tell me the night before. Tell me like at least a couple days before. So if I tell you on Monday, you gotta tell me by a certain time, because
Can we tell you tomorrow?
huh?
Can we tell you like Tuesday?
Yeah, you can tell me by Tuesday, but I won't buy it after. That's disgusting.
So it has to be vegetarian. Half sliced.
Yes. It
But we're
has
allowed
to be
we're allowed bacon.
No.
I remember you hearing. I
It
remember
goes
you
well. I
saying-
said it goes well with bacon.
I think that's like. I
Oh, she
don't
was
know.
happy.
Okay, fine. It doesn't have to be vegetarian.
Yay.
Is
Cool.
better?
I'm doing burger.
Ew.
It's gonna be amazing.
Can you ever cook anything that's vegetarian? Do you think ever?
I could, but then it would be.
Why did you give in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Reinstate
But that's
the
all on
vegetarian.
bacon.
I don't want.
Reinstate the vegetarian.
I want vegetarian. I gotta, like,
Vegetarian.
It's
What?
basketball season's done. I don't have any more fitness to do. I gotta keep my figure somehow. I gotta eat right. Let's do a vegetarian.
No, you didn't use it.
Yeah, but I am working out.
I should see yoga
Yoga
the
percent.
instructor
I'm
when
joining.
you're
I'm not
there.
even kidding. What?
As one of those like,
Oh, yeah, you can eat my ears.
yeah, everything tight and bright.
And-
Are you done? Ready to try?
Yep.
It looks so good.
You should be able to find the
Yeah, like a yoga instructor looking back.
Yes. Wait, so this is what
Tiger
you're
Woods, you please make your way to room 208, Tiger Woods to room 208.